I mean, I guess you do, but in a different way, right? You want to be more vertical, less horizontal, and Ice is so good at dash dancing, but dash dancing against Samus doesn't do all that much.
Ice starts off strong here, building the first 50%.
Whoa, that air dodge.
Wow, yeah. Looking just outside the RB. Ice doing a great job getting back to center stage from the ledge.
Wow, I really like Ice's use of down tilt. He's been using it a lot today, and I think very strong tool against characters that you kind of have to overshoot. It's effectively like an overshoot nair, except you know it's a launcher, which makes a lot of sense. Although it can be a little risky because you know if Daydee calls it out with a crouch cancel, you might get down smashed.
Yeah, but it also gets crouch very early in terms of percent.
Oh, it does. Okay.
It does. Yeah, it knocks them down at the very least, right?
Okay, so then I guess Daydee, what he would have to do is just he would have to throw out the down smash before
or
the down tilt comes out.
Down tilt even, because I'm pretty sure Samus can outrange the down tilt with hers.
Oh, even better.
It's the same against Marv. She can outrange the down tilt.
Even better. So far, Daydee, or sorry, Ice proving at least me all wrong. But we'll see how the set progresses.
Yeah, no, it feels like he's just sticking to a pretty simple kind of textbook Final Fantasy Samus game plan. Like, play the hot and cold, build up the damage.
Full jump in neutral.
Exactly, yeah.
And wait.
Abuse shield as well, which is like incredibly strong against Samus. Light shield especially. I've seen like KJH talk a lot about how light shield is incredibly important tool against Samus.
And he's not really contesting Daydee at the corner. I mean, he was just happy to shield and wait.
Yeah.
And Daydee gambled.
Yeah. Feels like the further behind Daydee's getting, the more he's going for guesses, basically, and the more Ice is punishing him for that. Gets the wave dash back.
Almost, he had it.
Okay, I like the idea, but...
Chicken out a little bit.
I don't think it would have reached, actually, to be honest. Yeah, I think Ice just happened to get hit a little bit too far.
I feel we should give the credit to Ice for his SDI, though, because he's the kind of player that will SDI just out of range. So you're tempted to go for the follow-up, but it will never reach. It looks like you can, but you really can't.
Then he finally finds that first stock, but Ice really done a lot of extra credit, let's call that.
Oh, yeah.
Stock and a half, pretty much, here in the lead. That's his chance. Okay, yeah, that was like,
almost.
Yeah.
So Daydee saw the tech trap there, actually.
Yeah.
I think he figured Ice would miss the tech because the forward tilt's just so quick, doesn't hit you for very long. So. It's so hard to
nice
drift
back,
sometimes.
Okay,
I
down throw
respect
tech
that.
chase is like kind of legit on Samus, actually.
I respect
She's
that.
probably the only character you can actually do it semi-reliably on.
At the very least, you get stage position.
Exactly,
You're in the corner, and then you can maybe up smash her from the corner, and it's just more than likely dead, right?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh, man.
You don't want to see that.
This kind of feels like Leffen versus Johnny right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. When he's just winning by kind of just being a bit better, do you know what I mean? Like, like I feel that's kind of the truth of it right here. Like, Daydee isn't quite on the same. There isn't a single thing, it's just he's not quite on the same caliber of technical proficiency with SDI, macro game, matchup knowledge, you know what I mean?
It feels like the big thing that's kind of missing right now is that when I see a Samus doing well against Fox, it's the Samus is getting a lot of counterattacks, where Daydee has not really been able to do that. And I can't really pinpoint what that is, but like it seems like Ice has gotten a lot of clean approaches and just doesn't feel intimidated by when he approaches, right?
Yeah, I feel like the reason for that is that Daydee doesn't move forward to meet the aerial. So he's waiting to whiff punish it, and then it's too late to crouch it because they do a late aerial instead, right? So he has to be willing to interrupt them or to go in and crouch the early aerial.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah, maybe.
So yeah, as we've seen, Fountain, often the pick of choice for Samus is here.
Oh no, bad air drop, or bad wave dash.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So kind of like that was a good forward tilt, but a little bit too close to Fox, right? You need to space it outside the shield grab range, obviously.
Forces the jump.
Ooh, Ice.
Yeah, going for the forward air in order to get the extension of the combo.
He misses the...
Catches the moonwalk, that's dead.
That is there. Fully out to the right.
Yeah. So Sweden in the crowd getting excited for Daydee.
I feel like Ice has this thing where he tries to play cocky in a way because he knows how good he is, and he tries to remind himself of how good he is in a way to bring confidence. Jack off from France kind of does that as well.
I feel like that's like the cornerstone of his mentality, to be honest.
Yeah.
And it's also very intimidating and imposing for your opponent. It's like, oh, I'm beating you right now, and I want you to know that I know.
Yeah, but against some people it doesn't work. Like it's pointless to do that to Armada. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or Hungry Bucks.
Sure.
It just doesn't work. But we'll see if Daydee bites or not.
Right. Sometimes you have an SFAT taunt.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh wow, he's lost his jump there as well. Nice to land with a nair. Yeah,
nice. Yep, those 4 tilts in. Yep, there you go. Set that space.
Good spacing,
Yeah, Ice happy to come in, block a few forward tilts, and then choose that tiny bit of space he's got just to go back and fire a few lasers. Really playing the value game here. Back and forth, weaving in and out of each other's attacks.
Might be it. Oh, no forward smash.
Oh,
wow, messes that up.
That's the second time he's messed that up, actually, in this match.
His edge guarding has not been clean at all.
He probably would have got that kill as well. He had a chance for invincible ledge hop nair.
I mean, on the forwarder on the right, he just had to wave dash through and then forward smash to the right, and that would have been a stock as well.
Yeah,
totally.
I mean, this is definitely the biggest stage that Daydee's ever played on, so maybe it's getting to him a little bit here. Ice, obviously, a veteran of many, many tournaments.
Yeah. A very top 8, for sure.
Yeah.
Very money.
Oh, I don't like that down smash right there.
No, it's too hungry, right? Just I think he needs a little bit more respect for Ice in the neutral game. Let's go something a bit more sophisticated.
So I think, that's too low.
That was a really good stall. He was invincible when he needed to be, and that was it.
Wow, Ice catching Daydee with up tilts, kind of shield bumping 2 times now. Oh, I think that's it. I think that's a stock. Yeah.
That's it. Okay, keeping it even.
Still doable.
Oh, no, running into the up tilt.
Don't want to be taking that hit straight away with invincibility.
So you guys were saying when you first intro Daydee, like he's not a grabber, but you know I've seen him throw a lot of grabs.
A bunch of them.
His accuracy has been maybe less than 10%.
Yeah.
Because he's not used to doing it, I guess.
Yeah, I think
now he's trying to learn. Ooh, there's that. I don't think he has a jump.
Love that sequence from Ice.
Exactly. And the thing with Ice is that down throw, like, if they don't roll towards the middle, you're completely safe. They're still at the edge, you're in an amazing position. You'll have to go for that every time.
You know, I've never seen someone eat a banana between stocks. Usually it's water, it's Red Bull, it's beer.
That's quite Ice, right? That's quite Ice. I think I've seen him do that before. Yeah.
Get that potassium.
Good.
Let's go, Ice.
Let's go.
Let's go, Ice.
All right, was it? Fountain again,
I want to see Daydee take a game.
Yeah, me too.
I want to see how.
I think he's got a minute. I think that game he had it in him, to be honest.
Yeah.
But just needs a bit more polish.
Then again, Ice kind of gave it to him as well by playing a little bit cocky, like we said earlier. So if he doesn't this time, Daydee's going to have to put in more work.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was juicy.
Yeah, good. Good down tilt. Sneaking it in when Ice doesn't expect it.
Yeah. Gets the crouch cancel.
That's
back
too high.
Not going to connect.
Okay.
And there sends him off stage. A couple of missiles here. Is he able to interrupt?
Oh.
The way Ice upbeats every time, right out of range of missiles, right? Yeah. Never hits him.
Yeah. Definitely experienced in this matchup.
Yeah.
98% is good lead for Daydee. That's quite a lot of life left when you're a Samus player.
Oh, again.
Almost even call the roll, but nope.
Maybe a down smash would have been quicker, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, another character here. We mentioned Triff. Talking about the Fox up throw. Similar situation with Samus there. You're never going to be getting any follow-up there.
But it's still worth it because Samus is super slow. If she double jumps or down Bs, you have time to land and do something else. So unlike Peach, it's still worth it to try and go for the up throw.
Exactly,
yeah. Or just like up throw and then don't do the up air.
Yeah, just full jump and wait. Yeah.
Exactly. It's kind of a strange mix-up, but it's better than nothing for sure.
Yeah.
Because if you take the jump away, or if she has to to down B, you're still in a good position to keep up on Shark.
Often if you're low percent as well, you can just trade as she's landing with up smash just to get the kill.
It's really hard to beat. You need to like to triangle jump downwards or something. And it becomes tricky.
Yeah, Daydee, I think in this game, he's got quite a bit of purchase with the wave dash back down tilt.
Yeah, he's been trying to interrupt Ice a lot more right now. He's trying to meet his approach, and it's been working a little bit better.
Down smash, okay. That's fine, that's a big hit, but you know, Ice is ready for a good DI. Doesn't lead to anything, no edge guard situation. It's
interesting.
You know, that missile worked out, but I don't know if I agreed with that missile, to be honest. Kind of questionable, to be honest.
I was expecting something less committal, maybe a 4-kill or something.
Sure, probably meant to like come down with the missile and not actually be landing. But one thing that I've noticed, and Ice has capitalized on this a lot, is that Daydee, when he comes down, he likes to down air, just like aerial down instead of using like a bomb mix-up, which, you know, Ice has gotten maybe 4 or 5 up smashes from this entire set. So I think that's one thing that if Daydee were to watch a set, like again right there, it's just not good.
Being very aggressive in the
Yeah, he's definitely relying on it too much, and I feel like that's kind of a mark. He's a little bit out of his depth under the pressure, and he's just relying on his kind of comfort pick options.
Trying to gamble a little bit more.
Yeah, maybe, but like again, it's just not a good gamble.
Yeah, it's not a good character to gamble with too much, right?
Right. Oh, that's it. Wow.
There you go. Up smash kills. Not the perfect guy there, and that's a 3-0 for Ice. Somewhat expected, I think. Daydee, maybe we were expecting Daydee to take 1 or 2 games there. But
it was possible for Daydee to take a game, but I don't think he made the adaptation that he had to. It was the same as West Balls, actually. I feel like the top level spaces are still a little bit too much for him in terms of movement and how the pace of the game was going. It was never really in Daydee's favor. He got a couple of hits, but that was it. In neutral, he never showed what people like Ducks sometimes show. Like they dominate neutral sometimes.
Right. Yeah, I feel like in that set in particular, just a couple small things, even just small